My name is Roberto Martinez. I am from Mexico, and I have attended TTE Language Center for 2 years already. Allow me to talk to you about how the lack of English had been affecting different important areas of my life, such as my job performance and my personal health. Also, the resolution I made to get over this situation. First of all, when I arrived in this country, the first challenge I faced was the language. When I first got a job, I could not understand instructions for doing the labor they told me to do. I was going through not only embarrassing, but also frustrating situations, until finally I shut down and started sending someone else to buy breakfast for our crew. Although I had avoided that moment most of the time, I could not run away from it forever. For instance, what I used to do was to look for the nearest Spanish deli around the job site. Because of it, I lost my temper sometimes, and my attitude got on my coworkers' nerves as well. Moreover, at the beginning of spring season, I saw myself affected by allergies from the pollen in the air. My whole health declined. I could not keep on working anymore. Nonetheless, I decided to get a checkup. I wanted to clarify some doubts in my mind that made me feel incapable, due to the fact that I didn't know where the hospital was located, how I could get there, and I was unable to speak English. I asked myself, how could I explain the symptoms I had been feeling? I was very sad and confused at the same time, due to the lack of solutions. The only solution I could think of was to go back to my country. Fortunately, a friend of mine told me that he knew where the hospital was and offered to drive me there. But most importantly, to translate questions and answers and any other information that was being requested by doctors and nurses. Since then, I decided to make myself responsible for my future and get involved with English. On one occasion, while I was going to the laundromat, a girl gave me a brochure of TTE Language Center. I enrolled in 2013. Since the very beginning, I felt very comfortable studying here. I have also enjoyed the program of studies I have followed. I have learned not only vocabulary, but also grammar. That's very important in order to speak English clearly and correctly. But let me tell you something. After certain levels, I felt as if I was going nowhere. I started to consider dropping out of the school. Suddenly, something happened that changed my mind. A girl that was about to graduate in 2014 came into my classroom to share with us the experiences she had while living in this country without English. I was very surprised and amazed because her English was very clear and understandable, not to mention how fluently she spoke. She inspired me to keep on studying here. Finally, I am graduating. I am convinced that, as Ludwig Wittgenstein said, the limits of my language mean the limits of my world. In summary, my life without English had been a long struggle until I decided to be responsible for my destiny. I want to express my gratitude to God first for allowing me to share this successful moment with you. To my wife, Mirna, for her unconditional support. To my friends, Larry, Metzi, to my classmates, who have always believed in me. And finally, thanks to my teachers. Not only the current ones, but also all of those who have taught me throughout of my life. Thank you for your attention, and God bless you all.